Welcome back to my frozen shop here. This episode we're going to be doing a little service on marvelous Kubota L3560. I'm going to change the oil, hydro filters, air filter, and fuel filter. So stick with me, we'll get her done. So now we're going to change the fuel filter in a Kubota L3560. There's one fuel filter here and there's one back here in the water separator, which you probably can't see because camera angle sucks, but we'll fix that. We're going to change this one. It says to do it every, I don't remember, 200 or 400 hours, but it's got 200 hours, so we're going to do it. This one here, it says to do every 1,000 hours. I will probably do this one the next time that I do this one. So yeah, let's get the camera in here and we'll do it. Hopefully that's a little bit better camera angle. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna wanna get a drain pan for this front one. There's a lever here on the side. Up is off, down is on. So you wanna turn that off, and then there's a little disc in here that as you get water in this, it does happen. It'll come up to this line right here where it says drain. I'm just gonna take it out and dump it just because I can. So normally this thing's hand tight. I've done it before, but for some reason I must have ate my Wheaties that day. So we're gonna use a pair of pliers and make sure that we tighten it first before we loosen it. Get it there. So probably should move the drain pan underneath that one. That would make sense. Okay. Now we're going. Take that ring off and then pop this guy off. You're going to get diesel fuel everywhere. So obviously don't be smoking cigarettes while you're doing this. You just want to pull that down and everything looks fine in there. There's some pieces, so when you go to dump it, pull the finger up to catch the pieces. I don't see any water in there, but it doesn't hurt to just, a lot of crap in there. And I'm pretty meticulous about my fuel. There's a lot of crap in there. I don't know if you can see it. So yeah, you're gonna wanna clean that. Filter looks good though. Filter doesn't look plugged or anything, so yeah, let me clean this and we'll reconvene. So if you were going to change this filter, which this one looks really good, it looks like it's probably 100 micron or so. It just catches the big chunks. So I was surprised there was that much dirt in the bottom of that bowl. But anyways, what you would do is you would pull the old one off. It just pulls straight down off. You'd want to put a little bit of diesel fuel on here to kind of lubricate the O-ring. And you would put it on here just like that. Shove it right up on there. There, I moved the camera and you can kind of see where we're at now. So that's where that filter goes, right up on there. So then you would want to do like what I did, and you want to clean the crap out of this guy, which just hit it with a little brake clean and everything. And then there's this little ring which floats if there's water, and it comes up to the line right here and it says drain water. You can't put it in wrong. There's 4 nubs on either side, so that goes in the middle. It's down in there like that. Then the spring, there again, just a freaking spring, can't put it in wrong. That goes down over the little nub there in the bottom. And then you gotta have the ringolo here. So kind of want to face this so you can see. Kind of face it where it says drain water out, you know, or it says drain water, put that to the outside, I guess. Words are hard today. So, I'm just kind of hold it, snug it up, And of course it wants to turn. I'm not gonna fight it. Getting good and tight, like that. And then, if you turn this on, it should start putting fuel in there, which is coming in at a slow trickle. So we'll just turn it back off because we still have to do the other filter, this one right here. So there again, move your drain pan. Fuel's gonna get everywhere. Get yourself a filter wrench. I hope this works because it's the only one I have. And of course, they've got lines and all kinds of goodness up on there, right in the way. And I wonder if we can just get it by hand. Nope, there again, must have ate my Wheaties when I put that on. Okay, it turned. But that doesn't mean I can turn it by hand. Oh my goodness. Come on, Kubota. Oh boy, it's on there. Now we can turn it by hand. I see what the problem is. Man. If you watched the oil filter where I did the oil in this, and I said that you always want to use your rag and wipe up on there because sometimes that gasket will stick. That's exactly what happened with this guy. That O-ringolo there is stuck up on that guy there. So it's always good to look because if you double gasket one, it'll leak and it's something you will only ever do once. Don't ask me how I know. So make sure that guy's off in there, and hopefully you're like me, you really like the smell of diesel fuel. So wipe your hands off, and then I gotta go find the new filter. There again, there's the part number for the fuel filter for a Kubota L3560. Like I said, go to the Kubota dealer, tell them what you want, and that's your best way to go. And then you can always tell somebody that actually cares and a filter manufacturer because they put some form of shrink wrap over it so it doesn't just sit there and get all the dust and all that crap inside there. So take that guy off, and then again I have to use a silver Sharpie. We'll wait till it's on there because I know that if I write the hours and the date on it, it's going to be the back where I can't even see it. So what you want to do is try and get a little diesel fuel, or you had a little bit of motor oil or something. Of course now you don't have any motor oil because I already did the oil, but you want to lubricate that O-ring because that O-ring, it's never happened to me, but you can tear that O-ring, but also you do it on oil filters because the oil gets on there and it won't bake the ring to the oil filter, like the block adapter. So they're righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. And then it said in the book, because I had to read how to bleed this, and it says to run it down hand tight and then give it about a half a turn. So we're just going to go until my fingers click. And click. All right, we're good. So now we're going to write the hours on it, which I'm not going to bore you with that. I got to go get a 10 millimeter wrench because this is your bleeder screw right here. and I'll get the 10mm wrench, I'll write the hours on it, and then we'll show you how to bleed it. So in the book, it says when you bleed it, to crack it loose and turn it out about 2 turns. You also said don't forget to turn your fuel on here. So you do that, and then you turn the key on, and you hear the pump running. You can see it's filling this guy right here as it's sucking through that, and then it'll be a minute to fill this. And I don't remember if it shoots fuel out, or I don't think it does because it's got this line right here, but it's pushing your air and everything back to the tank. So I guess we'll just let it go till I think it shouldn't. And the last time I did this, it was kind of a pain. I had a little bit of a hard time with it because I don't think I let it go enough, and I kept cranking on it to get it to go, and I must have put some air because I had to crack this injector line here the last time to get it started. Or maybe I pulled that screw all the way out. I don't remember, but I just remember I had a heck of a time. So, tightening back down, I guess. That was long enough. And then, I want to run the grid heaters again, because it's freaking cold out here. We'll see if it'll start. And of course it doesn't, so then it says to keep doing this. Until you get the air out. Back in the day, man would just get himself some ether, or actually, ether was frowned upon back in the day, man. Get himself a little silicone spray and just give her the old right in the intake. Fire right up. But like I said, I just paid this tractor off, so I'd just assume not do that. Try it again. Cycle L grid heaters again. Actually, this might have glow plugs. I don't know. Well, last time I don't think I did it the way the Kubota book said. I ended up cracking injector lines. So, yeah, pretty awesome when your $40,000 tractor won't start, you know. Trying to do maintenance on it and kind of pulling your hair out at this point, but here we go. Maybe a third time would be a charm. Guess not. Open that bad chicken all the way up, see what happens. This has one of those little clicky clack electric pumps. That's what $40,000 gets you, is a motor with a little clicky clack pump on it, but it could be worse. I guess you pay $40,000 for a Duramax pickup truck back in the day, and they didn't even have a lift pump, so. It's probably so full of air now we'll end up cracking injector lines. Hey, look at that. So 4 tries and we got it. That was better than how I did it the last time. So there you go. Write your hours and the date on your fuel filter up there. This one I think is every 200 hours. You can change it sooner, obviously. It wouldn't be a terrible thing. And then this one here, it says every 1,000 hours, but it doesn't hurt to clean this one out periodically. So there you go. That right there is how you do a fuel filter on a Kubota L3560. Then when you're all done, don't forget to bolt this guy back on. Just a 12mm bolt there and a 12mm bolt there, and maybe give it a little tug so it doesn't rub on the side of the fuel filter. But there, that is how you change the fuel filter on a Kubota L3560. Thanks for watching.